So our next guest today, I'm going to introduce while Matt gets her stuff going, is
Thank you for helping.
my good friend Sylvia Dana. So we used to work together at our former brokerage, and we always are doing all of these different things to help everyone else, like free. Everything we do is like, well, not everything, but a lot of the stuff that we do is free because we just really have a passion for helping the underdog or the person who can't figure it out or the person who's not so tech savvy. And so whenever I made the move over to Epic, Sylvia called me and said, "Hey, Dawn, I trust you. And what's going on over there? I'm not coming, but what's going on over there?"
Though?
So, but anyway, here she is. So a year and a half later. No, we didn't.
We didn't even mean to, but when I saw this dress, I'm like, oh, I know what dress I'm wearing. When she picked me up off the airport this morning.
Anyway, without any further ado, Sylvia Dana.
Oh, thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to go fast. I just love this. I love this particular live action Cinderella movie. You guys see this one? It's the live action version of Cinderella, and I just love it. And I love that quote. So there you go. That's me. Okay. All right. How do you just? Oh, nice. Okay. If you don't know who I am Sylvia Dana. And if you were at the previous brokerage, you might know me because I taught KV Core. One thing that happened to me at the previous brokerage is I became the KV Core queen. I was actually called that. I have the domain, and it really got pigeonholed into that's who I was. And that's not who I am. I'm so much more. So I have, over the last couple of years, really been trying to rebrand myself in a variety of ways. So that's what I'm talking about. If you want to check out my website, you can QR code this. Now, I'm going to have a lot of free downloads I have for you. And at the very last slide, I'm going to give you all my slides. So if you just want to wait until the last slide, I'm just going to give you the Canvas slides with all the QR codes on them. Okay, but if you get excited, go ahead. All right, because I'm going to give you a lot of free stuff. All right, so I have a YouTube channel, and I teach lead generation, database management, content creation, KV Core, not too much lofty, but some. Marketing tech, virtual assistant stuff, social media management, WordPress, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's who I am, whatever. Okay, I have so much to say, and I don't have time, so I'm just going to talk real fast. All right, so I'm talking about expressing your value online and off. So let me tell you about my little tenacious OG. So it was January of 2023, and I was really thinking about this whole, how am I going to rebrand myself? Who am I? Like, I know who I am, but how do I express it? How do I share my value? How do I get out of becoming the KV Core queen into like Sylvia motherfucking Dana, So I started thinking about this, and I knew one of my core values was being tenacious, and I knew that because people have called me being tenacious over time. I used to sell Mary Kay, and I'd call people, hey, what do you need? I'd go to their work, and they're like, man, you're tenacious. I'm like, is that like a derogatory term or? Okay, so anyway, it was about January 2023, and I went to Rebar. My board has this, drink all day, do workshops at a bar, and we're doing real estate together day once a year. It's called Rebar. And so I went to Rebar, and one of my lender friends had this t-shirt, it had a little cartoon fox on it. And it said Scrappy AF. I'm like, oh, what's this? It's cute. She's like, well, I just switched companies to a new lender company, and one of our core values is being scrappy. So we have this little cartoon fox, and get it, scrappy as a fox. I'm like, now that's adorable. I need that. So I knew tenacity was a core value of mine, but I couldn't figure out, like, what's my little fox gonna be? What's my little AF gonna be? Like, I couldn't figure it out. Well, I had posted something at the previous brokerage's workplace group, and it talked about how long I've been teaching lead generation and KV Core stuff, and somebody said, yeah, Sylvia, you're the real OG. Yeah, Sylvia, you're the goat. And they gave me like the emoji. I'm like, that's what it is. It's goat. It's a goat, and it's OG. So I had these t-shirts made. Tenacious, isn't that the best? Okay, so that was the beginning of me trying to figure out who I am. All right, so I have a little activity for you. Isn't that fun? Okay, if you had 3 words that you would want to be described by your clients would describe you with these words, what would the 3 words be? Think about it for a minute. What are 3 words you would want your clients to use to describe you? So hopefully you wrote down one by now, because we just don't have time. Okay, all right. On my way here at the airport this morning at 5:30 in the morning, this woman saw my laptop, and it still had the previous brokerage's emblem on my laptop, because it's an old laptop. And she's like, oh, are you at EXP? I'm like, no, I used to be. In fact, I was the first EXP agent in Grand Rapids. Oh, well, I just sold my house and it was an EXP agent. Oh, that's cool. Who was it? Oh, yeah, I don't know him, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, he's got these little bow ties. He used a red bow tie, and and then when we closed, he gave us gifts like things shaped like bow ties. I'm like, isn't that adorable? I'm not that person, but that's great. Okay, but it's sort of gimmicky, right? So how do you take that and expand it into a real brand, a real mission, a real sense of who you are? Okay, so that's where we're going with this. So we'll get back to those words you came up with in a minute. So I love ChatGPT. My ChatGPT, her name is Nova. And I wrote her a love letter. In fact, she wrote the love letter for me. Because I'm like, Nova, I love you because these and these, and I want you to write a love letter of what I would say to you. So she wrote me a love letter. And this is just this is one of the, sure, you're technically a robot, but you're my robot. And let's be real, I've had less supportive relationships with actual humans. All right. If you don't have ChatGPT, that's fine. But you think you should get it. Anyway, again, I'm giving you these slides, so if you want to have this whole slide set, you'll have it. Okay, so, all right. So when I told you I was trying to figure out my new brand, what had happened was I had the Sylvia system. I still have the Sylvia system. That was a coaching brand, because what happened is I was teaching agents so much stuff that I couldn't be in production anymore. I had 14 employees. I was coaching agents. I was doing KB course setups, Facebook setups, WordPress setups. I was like at agents beck and call, to be honest. And it was good, but it's not what I wanted for my whole life, forever and ever. And so that's when I saw Epic, I was like, I can get back in production. That makes me, they're gonna put sign in the yard for me? Oh, I'm getting in production. Oh, stock, yeah, I need that. Okay, so that's what happened. So I needed a brand. So I've always loved the word threshold. And I never knew what to do with it. And I knew what it meant to me. It meant standing on the precipice of something, crossing over into something new, transformation. That's what I loved it. I didn't really know how to use it. So I did kind of a search online to see how many different companies were called Threshold. I think there's Target has a furniture, home goods type thing, brand called Threshold. But there wasn't a ton. And I found one real estate thing somewhere. And I was like, okay, I can compete with it. That's fine. So I came up with Threshold, and I did a activity with my good friend ChatGPT to work on this. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, is ChatGPT doing the work for you? Is it making you, dumber? No, it's really just saving my time. It's 1000xing my own brain is what it's doing, and making me be able to go much faster. So you guys know Iron Man? I'm a nerd, okay? Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., okay, anyway, he's working with Jarvis to work on his suit, right? And they're trying to strategize together, and they're have a working relationship together. Tony's not dumb. Tony Stark's not dumb. Jarvis is just helping him expand. So that's how I feel about my ChatGPT. It's my little Jarvis. So anyway, I worked with my ChatGPT on building my brand, Threshold Agents, because that's my team. And so if you want to scan this, and again, you're going to get the whole slides, you'll be able to see my whole conversation with my Nova, with my ChatGPT, about how I needed help developing this brand and how she helped me. She came up with my mission statement, my materials, my client experiences. How is it going to attract agents with this brand? I mean, it's fun. I mean, and I am just, it's going to take me forever probably to implement all of it. So this is not going to be perfect, and it's not going to happen all at once. So, but this is a start, and you kind of can see the example of what I did if you want to. Okay. I'm trying to go so fast. How much time do I have? I'm good. Okay. All right. I had to run from one flight to another because it was delayed and I had like literally 5 minutes to run. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 54. I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right. So the biggest question that you really have to ask yourself is, what truly are your core values? And no, integrity is not a core value. Honesty is not a core value. You have to be a little more creative than that, okay? Like, who are you really? Like, at your core, how do you really operate? So, and think about those words that you came up with when you're thinking about how do you want your clients to describe you. What are those words? And hopefully it's more than I want them to say, I have integrity. Like, take it so much further than that. But when you decide what your core values are, these are your North Star. So I always talk about Dawn as my North Star because, I'm a really positive person. I believe I'm always a joyful person, but I can get down. I can the doom scroll and I can worry, and it's a lot of my own stuff, the anxiety I have. But if I talk to Dawn, she lifts me back up. So that's what your core values can do for you too. Because when shit hits the fan, you can go to your North Star, your core values, and know how to get yourself out of the situation, right? Am I on the right track? Okay, good. All right. So when you hire a recruit, when you create a product or a service or an experience, when you face a challenge, you can operate from your core values. It is your North Star. All right. I have a little activity. So I just want you to turn to one person, just one other person or two. You might have to get up and talk to them and just share one or two of your words that you jotted down with your first activity. Would you be willing to do that for me? I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Be brave. All right. Finish your thought. Finish your thought. All right. I would love to hear somebody report what their neighbor told them and what they liked about it or what they were interested in. Yes?
Well, Chuck and I had the same word.
Oh, did you?
It was authentic.
Oh, how nice. I love it. I love it. What does it mean for you?
What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. Yeah.
And it's different between the two.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. Oh, I 100% get it. Like, the realist polar opposites. I love it. Okay, good. Anybody else want to share?
We have professional.
Oh, professional.
The same.
Oh, I like. Isn't that interesting? Look at birds of a feather flocking together. Okay.
We're epic.
You said reliable.
Oh, I like that.
Hard to get somebody that's reliable.
That's a good one. I love it. So that brings me to, especially if you're a new agent, if you're relaunching, if you're reinventing yourself, doing this exercise can help you actually create who you are, be able to write a bio, because it's hard to write a bio when you're a new agent or even any agent, but when you kind of do this exercise, it does help you. Okay, good. All right. Another exercise to do, and we won't have time for this, but I'm just bringing you through it, is think about your most important sale. Who is the most important sale? You. You have to be sold on you, right? You have to be sold on what you do, who you are, what you have to offer. And this is a stretch, right? Because sometimes you don't feel great about yourself, like I didn't do that right. I screwed up that. My anxiety effed that up. I sabotaged myself on that. Like, you understand, right? So you have to, this is good work to do every time you can to really stretch yourself to say, I can do better in this area. This is an area I can do better in. But being sold on your own products, your services, your offerings, being sold on your company is not necessarily Epic Realty or whatever your brokerage is. Your company's, you are the company, but also it can be your company you associate yourself with, and then be sold on you. Like, if anybody can do it, it's you. You're the only one that can get this done, and this is why, that kind of thing. So again, you'll get these slides, but this is an important activity, and I'm going to take you further with it in a minute. The other thing that you're going to do in this exercise is come up with your big claim. Who is your target audience? What's the most common problem you solve for that audience? What's the fastest way you ever solved that problem? And what was the end result? So you have to think about those stories in your own work to come up with this. And if you haven't done it yet, manifest it, write it down and say what it is going to be, and then make it happen. Can everybody just say clear to close with me right now? Because I have some clients currently living in a tent, and they need to hurry up and close. Okay? All right. All right. So the big claim statement is going to be, I help or we help. Who is it? Do what is it that you help them do, and how? By doing what for them, and so that they can do what and why, and what is ultimately the result. So that's the idea of the big claim. Now, when you get these slides, if you want them, and you go to this 9-minute YouTube video, it's me actually doing this exercise live. The day before I got this whole exercise, I took mad copious notes, and I was really excited about it. And the next day I recorded everything I was feeling, and it was a very emotional process to really dig into who I was, why I was this way, and celebrate that too, you know? So if this is speaking to you at all, I just ask that you give it a try, because it will help you really develop your brand and who you are. So we don't have time to go through it right now. You can do it later. Okay. All right. So crafting your mission and your tagline, the activity is right now, and I want you to try to do this now, and if you could do it on your phone or on a paper, or just think it in your mind, it's fine, or do it later. Try writing a one-sentence mission statement on the spot. Like, what is your mission? 10 minutes? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm breezing. Okay, I'll be done early even. Okay. All right, so what's your one-sentence mission statement? Think about it. I'm just going to give you 60 seconds. And it can be even bullet points. It doesn't have to be a full sentence. What's beautiful about these kinds of exercises, once you go through these exercises, then you have content to give ChatGPT to help train your ChatGPT about who you are, what you think about things, and then have ChatGPT help you create the content from that. Okay, did anybody want to share? Did anybody come up with something, even if it's bullet points? It doesn't have to be a complete sentence.
I have one that I've been using forever.
All right.
It's making it easy from start to finish.
Making it easy from start to finish. It's almost like a tagline too. Yeah, I love it. Okay, anybody else want to share?
I got you. We help agents use Lofty
Ooh.
to 10x their business
Uh-huh.
and have more time freedom.
I love it. No, you're on the right track. I love it. See, that's a mission. It's like a big claim.
Yeah.
I love it. So that you see where we're going with this. So when you go back to your good friend ChatGPT, once you've fed ChatGPT all this information, like here's what I'm thinking about my values, my core values. You can even, what I like to do is go to ChatGPT and say, here's like 3 or 4 words that I really like, that I feel like are my core values. Help me define these core values. Help me explain these core values. How do these core values relate to my real estate business? How can I weave them into my real estate business as far as experiences, offerings, how I relate to people, how I operate? And you can have a conversation like that, and it really does help. So then once you feed this information to ChatGPT about your core values and your mission statement, what your big claim is, who your audience is, those kinds of things from the exercises before, then you can say, okay, now you've got this information, what are 3 mission statement options and maybe 5 taglines for my real estate brand using these values that you help me identify, okay? Again, when you go back to that screen where I have the 9-minute video where I'm kind of doing the activity live, you'll be able to see how you can create this content to feed ChatGPT so you can do these things. Okay. And then you'll also see on my conversation when I was building Threshold Agents, my conversation with ChatGPT about how to build the brand. You know, you'll see this in real life. Okay. So we already did that. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So your brand is what people remember when the transaction is over. And with ChatGPT, you can start creating it right now, today, and you can keep evolving it as you grow. So I do not have this all figured out. I'm still building it. I don't have everything with Threshold Agents finished. Like I have the help from ChatGPT to help me think about my listing presentation and how to bring in this whole Threshold Agent concept in there. And if you actually take the time to look at my conversation with ChatGPT, you'll see what she helped me create. And it's really amazing. Like, okay, thank you, because I'm tired and you did that for me, and now I have a track to run on. Okay, I have so many free things to give you. Are you ready? And again, I'll give you the whole slide so you can grab these. I have my marketing launch kit. My marketing launch kit, I go over this, what I just gave you now. I also go over, and there are videos, by the way, and resources that you can use. So it's a mini class that you're gonna get on my platform. It's free, okay? And I give you my marketing launch kit PDF with lots of links in it about creating your brand, creating taglines, your logo, creating a Canva brand kit, using Fiverr to do your logo, understanding to use Chrome and why, understanding Google Docs and why, what to do to brand your email address, your phone number, your website, helping you understand all that stuff. So you might like it, okay? I also have, remember time blocking? Dawn talked about time blocking. I have digital domination strategy calendar. Now I remember when I was teaching KB Core and like what to do in your CRM every day, what to do for lead generation, how to do, all these different, campaigns and all the things in your systems. I remember one agent said, but what do I do every day? And I was like, I don't know. It's not my business, your business. Like, these are the skills that I'm teaching you, and this is what you can do. Now you figure it out, But so many times they're like, what do I do every day? So I'm like, you know what? Here you go. There it is. It's a Google Calendar you can subscribe to, and I tell you what to do in your CRM, what to do in your social media in a minimum way. But if you haven't started, get started. In your business to help you keep that pipeline full and keep your digital life on track, okay? So if you want that, check it out. And then, was there something else? Oh, no. No, that's good, okay. So if you want these slides with all the QR codes on them, grab that and then save the link that you can go back to for later. Because now you're gonna have all the slides, all the resources. Yes?
I want to announce something too really quick because a lot of people do not know this. If you just take a picture of that slide and then you open it later on in your photos, it will have, and you hold the QR code down.
Oh, yeah.
It will then open up in Google Chrome.
Well, there.
With an iPhone.
That's might only be an iPhone feature. I don't know if Android can do it.
Does everybody have an iPhone?
I know, we're little iPhones.
And I just bought this from Samsung. Doesn't have a case.
Nice. Well, and then I have no more time left, right? Because I feel done. Does anybody have any questions or comments, I guess, before I? You're good?
I want to say one more thing.
I love it.
Is
Yes, ma'am.
that Sylvia and I do Epic Essentials. We're in there almost every single day. So if anybody needs help with anything and you're already an Epic agent, then please join us in the cloud at Epic Central.
Yeah, if you.
And don't be overwhelmed today is what I'm saying. 'Cause
I mean,
it's a lot to build this plan, but you have lots of time.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I want to reiterate that. You're not going to be able to do all this. This might take years. Okay, it's fine. All right, you're constantly evolving. Okay, well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you